It was interesting because we played against Jamaica, and both guys that play for Jamaica had Canadian ties. Carl Hale is now our tournament director at Tennis Canada, and Doug Burke, he actually coached me for a while when I was younger on tour, and so he was a little bit older at that time, so it was an interesting tie, to say the least.
What does it say about tennis in Canada that you went from 23 years, you've gone from a venue that seated a few hundred people to one that might hold 8,000?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, who would have thought after all these years that we're one of the stronger tennis nations, and we have a top 5 player in the world, maybe even ranked number 3 at the end of this year, and Vasek being a top 30 player a couple of years ago, and then him also playing very well in doubles, myself playing well in doubles, and Bouchard on the women's side being top 10, and Wozniak over the years playing well, and Dennis and Felix and Philip a couple of years ago winning Grand Slam junior titles. It's really been amazing. It's really just come into fruition the last couple of years. So right now the sport's never been as popular in Canada. So I think we're really need to take advantage of this, and opportunities like this in Ottawa are times where we want to keep the momentum going.
You obviously had a disappointing season from that point of view in terms of not being able to play.
Yeah.
What do you think you can do next year to make sure that doesn't happen again, if you can?
Yeah, well, it's disappointing in that regard for sure, not being able to help out. Obviously, health is number one, and I've obviously had a little bit of an issue with my calf, but I'm, now that it's happened a couple times, a little more aware of how to prevent it, and so hopefully moving forward, won't be having to deal with that again. And I'm looking forward to starting the next season well. I'm motivated, and especially for an opportunity to play a tie like this, I'll make sure I'm ready.
How do you feel at the end of the season? How do you feel that it went? There was some pretty good tennis that got played by you to wrap it up, even though it was tough at the US Open.
Well, the U.S. Open was very frustrating. I thought I was playing very well. Vasek and I were playing well, and we actually had a good draw in that tournament, so that made it even more frustrating. But after that, played pretty well for the most part in the fall. Happened to win a tournament and ended the year in the semifinals of Paris. Didn't play a great match, but pretty good result, and so it was a decent season overall, and I'm still ranked high enough where I can play all the tournaments that I want, and so I'm looking forward to trying to maintain that, and defend a few points in Melbourne too.
Oh, that's right. Meanwhile, I'm told you're playing with Philipp Heschner of Germany. Is that going to be who you're going to be playing with in 2017? Yes. Where is his ranking, and how does that affect your ability to get into tournaments?
Well, it could be challenging after Melbourne, because he's using protected ranking for a few weeks, and that protected ranking's 35. He played well last year, but unfortunately got sick. It was pretty serious. So fortunately for him, he's feeling better, and he's a very talented player, someone that I've played against in the past, many tough matches, and so I'm looking forward to teaming up with him, and he's healthy again, and hopefully we get off to a good start in Melbourne, and maybe our rankings will enable us to play many tournaments.
Great, thanks, Dan.
Thank you.